What's up, B.N.H family? Back again. And today, man, we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark. It's a little segment they had on a ESPN show. They debating whether should Caitlin Clark be MVP. Forget Rookie of the Year. We talking MVP now. That's a big leap right there. But I don't know what y'all think, man. We gonna get into it. Let's see what they're talking about.
Inconceivably to start the season are not only a playoff team, but a playoff team that could potentially make a little bit of noise because it's a 12-team league and 8 teams make the postseason.
Hmm.
And so it stood to reason that like if they could string some wins together, they could sneak into the postseason. But now this is a team that we might be looking at and saying they could potentially win a first round series.
I have many points to get to. First and foremost, we can start calling Caitlin Clark Dawn, the way she's built for these dishes. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
It's okay.
She hit
That's
three
a bar.
triples. Okay, that's a bar. Hey, use that one on the 6P, all right? No attribution necessary. Okay, the thing about what Caitlin Clark's doing, and I know on the last podcast we said, "Oh, what about the Rookie of the Year conversation?"
Mhm.
I'm done talking about the Rookie of the Year. She should also be in the MVP conversation. I know it's going to be Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart. Obviously, it's a loaded class. It's a loaded crop of players. But I don't think you can make an argument against why she shouldn't be in that conversation. I'm not trying to go Dak 2.0 here like I did on First Take, but what she is doing with the team she is doing it on deserves more recognition. She set the all-time WNBA rookie assist record last game against the Seattle Storm team, who's top four in the WNBA standings.
Mm,
The Fever still
man.
have 12 games to play. So conceivably, she can put this in such a rear view that nobody will ever touch this record. So they have 12 games left, seven of which are against teams with sub 500 records. So they can really distance themselves, the Fever, into climbing up, not just into the sixth spot or the fifth spot. I mean, it's not inconceivable to.
Yeah, I, I'm not. Look, a lot of people were saying like, I guess when the season started, there was, like, oh, she's turning the ball over a lot. Oh, they're not winning. They was like last place or something like that. But you got to remember, Caitlin Clark just came off the NCAA tournament, and then like a week later, she's playing in the pros. So how can that's why I wasn't surprised that they was kind of struggling in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And the turnovers, that's I'm not really concerned with that because most rookies, especially at the point guard position, they gonna average a lot of turnovers. You know what I'm saying? But her turnovers, it's really not that bad because she's averaging like what 10 assists, 9 assists a game. So she's still averaging way more assists than turnovers. But but I bet you this second half of the season, those turnovers are going to go down because it was, see, I didn't know that they had that little break, with the that, well, not little break, but that big ass break they just had with the Olympics. That was huge. So that actually gave them enough time to practice and learn each other as a team. You know what I'm saying? Because before, just coming off the NCAA tournament, she just got thrown into the fire. They didn't even know each other. They didn't know how to play with each other. But I think since they had this time off, and then she didn't, and it was kind of a good thing she didn't play in that game because I don't think none of her players played in that game. So it was kind of good that she didn't. So they was able to practice and learn their little schemes and what I'm saying, and learn how to gel with one another. So this second half, I'm not surprised that they're doing better and that she's looking better because, like I said, they have way more time to practice with one another. So, so yeah, I'm not. But now MVP, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't go so far as say MVP because uh, I checked out that girl Asia. Yeah, she averaging like 29 points a game, 12. You can't. So I wouldn't give her MVP, but Rookie of the Year, that's Look, it's not even close. Rookie of the year is not even close. But now, will she be a future MVP? For sure, for sure. I could see next year her numbers. You know what I believe. See, I think a lot of people are underestimating her what she was averaging in college. Like that's really a big deal because most most players average less in college. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta play because in college you gotta run a system. It's not about uh it's not about you in college. It's more about the team. You know what I'm saying? So, 'cause like even like players like as great as Jordan was, he was averaging like what 16, 19 in college. But the first year he went to the pros, he averaged 28. You know what I'm saying? And I think the only reason why Caitlyn didn't average like 30 like she was averaging in college because like I said, the just coming straight from college, that she had no time to even practice with the team. You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to feel her way through the team. The team don't even know how to play with her yet, and it showed. But I truly believe like next season you're gonna see her average like if not 30 points, she'll be averaging like 29 or 28 with like 10 assists a game. Those are MVP numbers. So yeah, I believe she'll definitely be in that MVP run for sure next season. It'd be either her or Asia or somebody else for sure. But let's see what else they talking about though.
They can be playing for a top four spot in the playoffs. The Liberty have already clinched. The Connecticut Sun and the Aces are absolute wagons, but they're playing both the Sun and the Aces two more times by the end of the season. Obviously, they would have to win those games in order to be put in the top half of the WNBA playoffs. And maybe I'm just drinking the juice, and I'm high on the supply that the Indiana Fever are providing. But there's nothing that they've done these two games outside of break against teams who are good that tells me otherwise. Like Caitlin Clark, to your point, oh, she's the logo three. She's the one who's double digit scoring. The Fever shot 50% from distance last game.
Mm,
Caitlin Clark was 3 of 10. So it's the distribution,
Yeah,
like Lexi
Lexi
Hull,
Hull.
a career
Lexi Hull,
high,
yeah, is
yeah.
right? It's the
nasty.
distribution that she has. Kelsey Mitchell playing really well. So again, I think right now,
But
every
see, that's what I'm saying. They didn't know how to play with her at first. Now with the time they got together, they know how to play as a team. Because at first they were just kind of like just, oh, let's see what Caitlin Clark, see what this rookie's all about. You know what I'm saying? They're just like watching her, but now they're actually playing with her and they're playing better. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they. I mean, they for sure are gonna make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make it out the first round. I mean, it really ain't no dominant teams like that. I mean, I guess the Aces, but I mean, I don't think it's really no real dominant teams like that in the league. To be honest, I think it's any. I ain't saying anybody can win it, but anybody got a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who's in the playoffs, they got a shot for sure. It's nobody that I don't think it's nobody that anybody really fear. You know what I'm saying? It's not like no team like this. Everybody just fear. I don't think it's none of that going on. But I don't know, man. What y'all think? Y'all think you think Caitlin Clark should be in the MVP discussion, or you think she should be the MVP, or but because we know the rookie of the year, that's a given. We know that she got that in the bag for sure. Um, I don't think MVP this year, but for sure next year she gonna have a legitimate shot next year for that. Because like I said, that don't underestimate that 30 point per game in college. Because if she did that in college, it's harder to do that. You usually average more when you get to the pros than you did in college, especially when you're a great player. So But I don't know. Maybe women's basketball is different. Maybe I don't know. But I know like in men's, like when guys go from college to the pros, and they're like a great player or whatever, they become more great when they get to the pros because in the pros it's all about the star. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.